Christmas, a time of joy, filled with spending time with loved ones, making memories, sharing laughs, and giving gifts. Truly the greatest time of the year. But what happens when gift giving goes horribly wrong? When one innocent gift causes more harm than good? That's what we are here to talk about, when Christmas becomes a haunting nightmare. This is the 12 Days of Spookmas. Hello everyone, welcome back for day two.
Peace up, A-Town.
And on day 2 of Christmas, I sound really nasally right now.
On day 2 of Christmas.
On the second day of Christmas, my Jimmy gave to me
Chlamydia in a pear tree.
Oh no, I don't want that. You can keep that for yourself.
I don't really have chlamydia. That's a joke.
We don't have STDs around here. In other news, I cut like an inch off of my hair yesterday and people can't tell. I can tell, and it, like, I have a very big emotional attachment to my hair. Like, I hate short hair. Like, one time I went and got my hair cut and my hair was about this long and she was like, we have to cut your hair. And I was like, I don't want you to cut my hair. And she was like, I'm just gonna trim it. She cut it up to here. And she cut this much off my hair and I cried. I've never been back since. Like, my sister taught me how to cut my hair by myself. So that is what I have done ever since then. And I cut like a decent freaking amount off yesterday. And the only person that noticed was Jordan. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, because like I'm so emotionally attached. I'm like, oh my god, it looks horrible. It's so short. But it was like down to here.
Mine's curly, but
Yours getting pretty long too.
I do not have an emotional attachment to my hair. In 2020, I shaved my head, and it had nothing to do with a nervous breakdown. Okay?
I thought it did.
No, I'm fine.
Oh. I sensed the sarcasm a little late. That was not Christmas related at all. The second Christmas question: is it acceptable for you to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yes. And if you have a fucking problem with it, stop watching this video. So hear me out. Christmas is a season. The Christmas season. Thanksgiving is a one-day holiday.
Is a one day.
24 hours. I have this Christmas tree up. I'm putting the rest of my decorations up later, and it's what, November 10th? It's the 11th. It's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. Just imagine that coming down your chimney in the middle of the night.
Oh, ho, ho.
Frightening.
You're gonna say Frank? Who's Frank? Christmas lights?
Christmas lights make me happy, okay? And
she gets off.
And daylight savings time has happened earlier this year, and it has ruined earlier this month, literally like a week ago, 6 days ago. And it has ruined my freaking life.
About a week ago.
I was turning up a week ago, and now I'm just turning down in my bed because I'm depressed. When that sun went down at 4:30 p.m. I wanted to die.
Are you okay, or was this a mental breakdown?
This is a mental breakdown because I'm talking about my mental breakdown. I had a mental breakdown, okay? And you know what makes me happy? When it's nighttime, besides her, lights, Christmas lights. I have a Himalayan salt lamp right over there that I have on. I have my LEDs on, and now I can have my Christmas lights on, and I can just be surrounded by twinkly lights in the dark. So my soul has just a little bit of light left until January 10th. when the sun sets after 5 p.m. for the first time in 3 months. I have always decorated in early November, and then on Thanksgiving, it ups the atmosphere when I'm eating ham, because turkey is a dry little bitch of a meat. I refuse to eat it. I can eat it under my Christmas tree and I can have fun and I can watch football.
I almost said I'm gonna eat you under my Christmas tree, and then I decided that didn't sound right.
It's the ambiance that goes into it, you know? You just gotta, don't knock it till you try it.
I'm just really happy because this year at Thanksgiving, the lovely woman that I no longer talk to will not be there, and she would eat all of the freaking deviled eggs. And she's not invited. So now I get to eat deviled eggs.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Deviled eggs?
I do like deviled eggs.
Dude, they make my farts smell horrific and I love it.
I can only eat a couple of them though, because if I eat like more than like 3, I'll just have a stomach ache for like 12 hours.
I get gastrointestinal issues.
I got gastrointestinal distress.
Intestinal?
I don't know, I really like mashed potatoes, like homemade mashed potatoes.
I hate mashed potatoes.
I love them.
I like stuffing.
I like stuffing too.
I do not like turkey at all.
Taylor's grandma makes homemade rolls.
I like rolls.
They're really good. I like mac and cheese.
I cannot stand mashed potatoes.
Green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole.
I thought you were about to say you hate it, and I was about to be like, I love it.
No, people are so, everybody hates green bean casserole.
I know, like what is wrong with you?
I love it.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Just admit it that it's good.
Oh my god. Like, I understand the hate that, like, Peeps get, because Peeps are disgusting.
And cranberries.
Because, like, people hate on Peeps real bad.
Yeah, those are gross.
I understand. People hate on candy corn real bad. I get it. But green bean casserole,
that stuff's good.
is delicious.
Those French fried onions. Mwah.
I love getting a container of those.
I will just eat them. Yeah, I will literally just eat them. We
Just
literally
eating them
have
as a
one out
snack.
there.
We got way too excited about French fried onions.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? And do you eat your Thanksgiving food with your Christmas decorations up? With that little rant over, it is time to talk about our next topic of why you would not want to receive this gift on Christmas. And we're talking about Heelys. You know, the shoe that had the wheel in it? Did you ever own Heelys?
I didn't.
I did. It was bad. One time, my mom got me, my 2 nephews, Heelys for Christmas. So just imagine us.
Her nephews are almost like the same age as her.
My first nephew was
By the way.
born 9 months after I was born, and then my other nephew, Jordan, who you have seen in videos, not the old one, but the younger one, if you go way, way back, if you're an OG, that Jordan, he's a couple years younger than me. I think he's 3 years younger, but my mom got us all Heelys. And this was before my niece was like even born, but we were in the kitchen like using them and we fell a lot, and one of us hit our heads, and then my mom was like, we're done. And I remember they got banned from school. Like, you could not, like, they have like the wheel like pops out, and then like you can put a cover on it. We were not allowed to put the wheels in the shoe.
I kind of want to get some now.
I've wanted some.
We should.
See
We
what
can
happens.
make it a vlog. Like go to the mall with our Heelys on.
See what happens. So if you want to see that, like and comment and subscribe. Tell us to do that, and we will buy some Heelys, and we will go see if we end up in the hospital.
Definitely would not get them for my kids, but for me, I can get hurt. I'm an adult now. It's fine. Happy llama, sad llama, mentally disturbed llama, super llama, drama llama, big fat mama llama, moose.
Okay, bye. Heelys and soap shoes. If you're a 90s kid like Abby, Carly, and I are, this next one should bring back some memories. I know it does for me. Heelys were the new thing that would get you in with the cool crowd if you bought a pair. My parents wouldn't let me anywhere near them because I can't even swim, let alone skate. So I resigned myself to watching others zip around on them and getting yelled at by the teachers for skating in the hallway. However, it wasn't long, only a month I think, before the announcement came on the PA system. Heelys had been banned in all schools governed by that school board, and so the days of seeing Heelys at school came to a close. As for soap shoes, I honestly don't remember seeing any of them growing up, but that's just a small slice of the whole pie, which is this story. During the late 90s, Roger Adams, already a pro roller skater since the age of only 9 months, decided to take his passion one step further. Adams came up with an idea to cut open a pair of sneakers and put one or more removable skateboard wheels in the heel. Great idea. You could still walk like you would in normal sneakers, but by shifting your weight to the heel, you could roll forward like you would in a pair of roller skates. His prototypes proved successful, and so the idea for Heely was born. Another style of shoe that was gaining popularity in the late 90s was the soap shoe, which was invented in 1997 by Chris Morris. The soap shoe had a plastic heel which allowed the wearer to jump and slide across objects such as pipes, handrails, and stone ledges. The act of sliding was very similar to a common skateboarding trick called grinding. Roger Adams arranged a meeting and proposed an idea to create a Heely-style shoe that also utilized Morris's plastic sole idea. Unfortunately, Morris turned down the idea, but Roger Adams was not discouraged, and in 2000, he founded Heeling Sports Limited in Carrollton, Texas. The new shoes were an instant success, with well over 10 million pairs being shipped between the years of 2000 and 2009. A new sport was born, heeling. As this new sport took off, various tricks were created by the youth masses to impress their friends. These tricks included flips, which could be performed off a trampoline or by jumping off any high area onto a soft surface below. Stalls were performed by jumping onto a raised surface and pausing before jumping off again. A more vulgar version of the stall was the McFrick, which made fun of McDonald's restaurants, I'm guessing. This was done by landing on one foot, raising the other, and extending your middle finger. It was certainly not a trick to do in front of your grandma. A new pop culture icon was born, and it was here to stay. However, by the time 2006 arrived, the new shoes were starting to receive heavy criticism, and it wasn't kids flipping the bird at their grandparents. One example of this was in Canada, in Prince Edward Island. The Canada Safety Council began pushing recommendations that Heelys be banned at hockey arenas, shopping malls, and various public parks and sporting areas. The Canadian Recreational Facilities Council agreed, and Heelys were officially banned from 2,500 arenas, partly because of potential danger to walking pedestrians and partly because of rising complaints that the shoes were leaving unsightly marks behind on floors and other surfaces. Then there was a huge rise of hospital visits. According to an issue of the journal Pediatrics released in 2007, 67 children in Ireland alone were treated for injuries caused by heeling. In America, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission reported that 1 death and at least 64 injuries were caused by Heelys. Also in 2007, a study performed by the American Academy of Pediatrics determined that the injury rate was approximately 51 injuries per 100,000 children. That doesn't sound that bad though. The majority of these injuries were fractures in the hands, wrists, and arms caused by falling forwards or backwards and attempting to break the fall. But it wasn't just doctors and the government that were concerned. Parents were getting concerned as well, and as a result were discouraging their children from buying them. Despite the rising criticism, Heeling Sports Limited maintained that their product was safe and blamed the accidents on children not wearing proper protective gear. The reinsurances didn't work, and by 2009, sales were falling sharply. Meanwhile, Chris Morris's soap shoes weren't faring any better. They faced many of the same criticisms and restrictions, and by 2002, Morris's company, In Stride, had gone bankrupt. On September 25, 2002, plans were made for Heelys Inc. to buy soap and all of their assets. Once the sale was made, there were plans made for a new model lineup, but even that couldn't salvage the company. The final nail in the coffin came when the company's devoted fan base began criticizing the lack of variety in the new models. The new shoes were in most cases simply recycled designs of the old ones, with the same lower and upper halves. the only major differences being a different grind plate and trademark. The company's stock shares had dropped to $2.25 per share, and soon these, along with all the other company's patents, were sold off to Sequential Brand Group for $63.2 million. That's a lot of money. But even they couldn't salvage the iconic Heely, and soon Sequential Brands filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on August 31st, 2021. Today, you can still buy Heelys. Good, because I want to get a pair. But in today's society, where there is more restrictions than ever, there is probably not many places you would be allowed to ride them. And whether you buy these shoes for your loved one, that's totally up to you. Personally, I think I'll stick to walking. As for me, I would love some Heelys. I would love that as a Christmas present. Like, if anyone's watching, please give me Heelys.